Hello, Illumineers. Welcome back for round two of our first annual Lore Madness tournament that pits glimmers from the existing Disney Lorcana library against each other in a month-long battle. You, the fans, will continue voting at LoreMadness.com on each matchup to see your favorite cards move through the bracket each week. At the end of March, only one beloved character will be left standing. Last week, we covered our Sweet 16 bracket with the wickedly creative Aaron and Liam from the Illumineers. We have a brand new panel of Lorcana creators to give us their live reactions and predictions for the Elite Eight. Stephanie, who do we have today to cover round two?
Today we have a trifecta of Lorcana content creators. We're going to start with Nive, Pigeon of Lorcana. We have LorcanaDad, as well as Jared from Citizens of Lorcana. All the Lorcanas tonight, so we are super excited to start with the next round of Lore Madness.
This time around, we didn't just leave our guests in the dark about the results they're about to see. Stephanie herself will be seeing the results live for the first time. So if you remember, we started with 16 Lorcana characters, but only 8 survived round one. Let's dig in. So for round two, match one, we now have Mickey Mouse versus Mulan. As you can see, Mickey Mouse, as expected, defeated Jumba in a landslide, 92% of the votes. Mulan versus Aladdin was a lot closer, but still had enough of a gap to win, with Mulan coming up on top with 73%. What does everyone think of this matchup, how they defeated their previous competitors, and who do you think will come out on top this time?
If Mulan wasn't going to pull this win on International Women's Day, I would be super mad, so more power
I think
to
both
Mulan.
of these results are pretty expected. I think Mickey will probably come out on top in this match.
Yeah, I not surprised that Mickey or Mulan won. Interesting that they're both Ruby cards going against each other this early.
Yeah, it's tough because you expect Mickey Mouse to just be so universal, but I also feel like Mulan has a really big fan base and she's a fan favorite. And I wonder if Mickey Mouse sort of, in a way, almost just acts sort of as a shell for Disney and all its hopes and dreams and its brand. But by itself, how much of a character is it? Versus Mulan really has its own story, its own origin, its own, legacy that I think Mickey Mouse might not have. And I'm curious if that's going to help it actually push forward and possibly beat Mickey Mouse in this round.
You don't think Mickey Mouse has much of a story?
Oh, hey, tell me about it. What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. He was just the character that started the whole Walt Disney Corporation.
Exactly.
I might be a little biased since he's my logo. I use that same image. But I mean, Mickey Mouse goes all the way back to the 1930s. Don't get me wrong, Mulan is awesome. And this card, the art is incredible. And I would take nothing away from that. But I just got to say, at the end of the day, it's got to be Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, so I took the mask off because I want to breathe. So looking at these two, I as a person who's looking at it from a card game perspective, Mickey Mouse is going to destroy Mulan. First off, Mickey Mouse can beat Mulan in a challenge and still survive. Mulan can't even touch Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse has 4 times the pips. My pick goes to Mickey Mouse. I love Mulan. My high school, we started every dance with Be a Man. So that has like a very special place in my heart.
I love that song.
That's the
Like
best.
Mulan has a special place in my heart, but my vote goes to Mickey Mouse.
I am 1000% Mulan on this round still. I don't know. I feel like Mulan could eke a win here, just ever so slightly. But I think this one's going to be super close.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance.
I agree. I'm voting Mulan on this personally, but I can imagine it being sort of a 70-30, 60-40 win for Mickey. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to McDonald's, get some nuggets and some Szechuan sauce, and then I'm gonna vote for Mickey because I think the art on Mickey just for me is the tipping point. I think the art is a little bit better on the Mickey, so I just gotta go with Mickey.
Sorry, you got me on that Szechuan sauce.
So in round two, match two, we have Aurora going up against Hades. This is hard. Aurora beat Magic Mirror 74%, which is kind of predictable of what we expected. The Magic Mirror would have some show up, but Hades versus Captain Hook was so close. It was 52% to 48%. It was so tight.
So close.
At least 100 people voted on each of these. So
Oh wow.
like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
so the
it's
difference
kinda
is around four voters.
4 votes.
Yeah, it was tight.
Every vote counts.
Every
does.
vote. Go to the polls and vote.
So we have 2 Floodborne characters.
Yes,
Ah.
yes, yes.
And two blondes.
and two-
I would have to go with Aurora on this one. I'm just being honest. I think her art is so cool and her ability for ward is amazing. And she's a little bit cheaper as a shift cost character. I know Hades' ability is probably better, but just as a personal preference, I actually like Aurora. That's who I'm gonna pull for.
Hades is my favorite character of all time. He's my ride or die. I can't vote against him, even though I really want to vote against that hair. It's bad.
My goodness, I love the Floodborns. I love the concept that Ravensburger has permission to make these alternate universe cards. And heard it here first. There's going to be a series at my channel soon about how these Floodborn differ from the original story and where that kind of split from our universe comes from.
Stoked to listen to that.
I'm going to go with Hades on this one. And again, I love these Floodborn cards, but Hades gets my vote.
Yeah.
Be hard to beat.
And
Yeah.
before we move on, can we have a moment of silence for the steel cards? Because they're all gone now.
All one of them.
Captain Hook.
That was amazing.
That's the one silver
Ravensburger.
lining.
Ravensburger, don't reveal another steel card. Just save it until Gen Con. Not
That's
a
what they're
single
doing.
steel card.
For me, I'm actually gonna lean to what Nive said. I am gonna be really excited to play this as a bomb near the end of the game in a villain deck. I see Aurora being really exciting and the ability is really powerful, but it's gonna be really exciting to drop Hades at the end of the game, near the end of the game, and seeing how that sort of messes up the opponent's game plan. So I am going Hades, if not ever so slightly, this round. How about you, Steph?
Guys, remember it's International Women's Day today, right?
That is very true. I feel like I have to vote women on this day. But for tonight, I gotta go Hades.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. I'm excited to just go like 1-drop villain, 2-drop villain, 3-drop villain, Hades, 4-drop.
Just on
villain.
curve.
Just on curve.
Boom.
Turn 6, Hades with +5 lore and
Done.
done.
Match.
Like,
Okay, yes, Hades has a better ability than Aurora, but look at that art.
The art
oh yeah,
is
the art's gorgeous.
is fire.
And this is
Yeah.
this Aurora has like an edge to her, like
yeah.
the Illumineers video. I don't know. I just really like her, and I like the ward ability too.
Oh, the ward's great. I love ward.
Yeah.
Round
Whoa.
2, match 3, we have Elsa landsliding all off 94% of the votes.
Oh.
But
Wow.
on the right, we have Scar just barely beating Maleficent, 51% to 49%. How do you feel? How much does it hurt? Who do you think will win this matchup?
I was not prepared for the coup of the century. I was
It is
not
the coup.
prepared.
Somewhere out there, Josh Gad's probably crying, but man, just dunking on her own snowman. That's mean.
Oh, yeah.
So okay, again, we're talking 100 votes here. So
Yeah.
so 6 people voted for the snowman.
Hey,
Me.
Hey,
One of them
I
is
like
me.
I like
You-
warm hugs.
You and 5 Josh Gad votes.
For this matchup, my heart says Scar, but my brain says it's probably Elsa that's going to win.
Yeah.
She's just way too popular.
I think you're totally right there. Lion King is my absolute favorite, like classic Disney movie. I have like 1,000 Lion King pops, but I think Elsa's gonna win. But my vote's gonna be Scar. So if I'm that only one of 6 people who vote for Scar, I'm throwing in my vote for him.
I'm right there with you.
From a card perspective, I mean, he can really decrease your efficiency of another card. I mean, Elsa basically would be able to do nothing against Scar, but I'm basing my vote on this one purely based off who I want to hear sing, and I'm going Jeremy Irons all day. I'm going Scar.
Yeah.
This
I don't know. Adina Menzel is.
It's true. She's got a voice.
These are like 2 of my favorite cards that have been revealed so far. I think I'm gonna have to go with Elsa. Scar needs like minions with him in order to be good, or needs the pocket watch. Elsa, I think, is just going to be a staple for Amethyst decks, at least in this first set. I think I'm gonna go with Elsa on this.
Yeah,
The good news for me is I'm planning on rolling an Amethyst and Sapphire deck when I start, just based off what I've seen so far. So Scar, I want to see Elsa ride in on Scar's back like some sort of lion cavalry. Just
Amazing.
shooting off ice bolts everywhere.
I want to see that now.
Yeah, for me, I have been very vocal that I'm sort of a Team Amethyst person at the moment, and Elsa, ever since D23, has been my favorite Disney Lorcana card. Still is my favorite Lorcana card as sort of a control player who wants to just mess with people and disrupt them a little bit. And so while it hurts me to literally take out Scar when I name my dog Simba, I am picking Elsa in this round for sure. This is the last.
Cruella, did you make us proud?
Did my girl make it? Oh, come on.
I'm gonna be so mad.
It said,
Oh,
No!
Cruella did not. Oh,
I was so heartbroken for Nive coming into this episode when I put all the votes together. Round 2, match 4 came down to Stitch versus Robin Hood. Stitch, landslide as expected against the wardrobe. Closet fans did not come out to play. But Cruella lost to Robin Hood 48% to 52%.
oh, another. Okay.
This is the first matchup without a female in it.
Spoiler alert, LorcanaDad cannot stand Stitch. So I am in the 3% that voted wardrobe because I wanted to shove this tiny little alien in the drawers and leave him there forever.
Mute him
What did
right
Stitch
now.
ever do to you?
People tend to associate the Disney movies with where they're at in their life and where that kind of hits them. When Stitch came out, I was, I think, a junior in high school, and I was into Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was real big. This was like the dark period of me for Disney where I didn't really pay that much attention. I have watched it with my kids being a dad, and it's not a terrible movie. I just don't like Stitch is everywhere. I get the Floodborn portion of it, but for me, Robin Hood's just more of an iconic character. I like the simple art on the Robin Hood card. It almost kind of looks like a Thomas Kincaid concoction, if you will. And I like that art style better. And I just really don't like Stitch, so I'm gonna have to vote Robin.
Back in the early days when Disney Lorcana Social started being active again, they actually sent me a DM asking me if I wanted to pick which card would be featured. I actually chose Robin Hood, and so I have to go with Robin Hood. I did not vote for Cruella. Sorry, panel. I didn't know that was a movement. I just really like this card. I like Sapphire. I like the ability, like if you play Robin Hood and you have less cards, you are able to draw a card. I'm with LorcanaDad. I feel like Stitch is a little overdone. I don't have the hate for Stitch that LorcanaDad does, but I also don't understand
I don't hate him.
the overwhelming hype around Stitch that is out there. So my vote is for Robin Hood, in case that wasn't clear.
So Robin Hood and Lilo and Stitch were two of the very few Disney movies I was allowed to watch growing up. So both of these characters have a huge space in my heart. I'm just really sad about Cruella.
Same.
Sorry, for those who don't know, whenever we reached out to Nive, he literally was like, I'll be on the show if Cruella moves on to the
If Cruella wins, I will be here. And now that I've been lied to, I feel betrayed. I think they left this one last on purpose to keep me here.
Maybe they'll give her a consolation game against Captain Hook.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Surprise
Losers
round.
bracket.
Where's the D20?
Oh, roll it.
It's cocked. Robin Hood is the roll.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
Not to a dice roll. I have a strong musical connection here. Growing up, when Lilo and Stitch came out, I was about 7, 8. So for me, a lot of my musical tastes came from. I know I'm on the young side. Yeah, he was 3. So
Not even 3. I was 2.
There are 2 artists that Disney movies introduced me to, and I still love today. Tarzan with Phil Collins made me addicted to Phil Collins at a young age, and with Lilo and Stitch, Elvis became a fan favorite of mine.
Nice.
And so, if anything, I wonder if you took Elvis out of Stitch, would that have even been as big of a phenomenon? I don't know. But to me, I sort of immediately attach Elvis with Stitch in my memory, and so I have a strong attachment to Stitch. As much as I love Robin Hood, I had the VHS tape. I played it all the time. I gotta go Stitch for sure.
7
I vote
months
for
ago.
Stitch, by the way.
I vote for Stitch's. No, I voted for Robin Hood.
What? You rolled, Robin.
No, the dice
Okay.
voted for Robin.
Thank you so much, Nive, LorcanaDad, and Citizens of Lorcana for joining us tonight. Tune in next week for the final 4 and the reveals of this week. Make sure you get your votes in by next Tuesday at loremadness.com, and we will see you all in the next video. Bye.
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 Bye.